Hello everyone, and tonight we're here at the kitchen table, and what we're going to be doing is we're going to be putting together a gingerbread house.
Yay!
Yay is right.
That's right.
Now,
Because it comes with a roof and first you put the gingerbread and these are circle candies and these are let me see.
Now
Red, green, coffee sprinkles.
yes, we're going to do it a different way because we don't eat the gingerbread, and I don't think most people eat the gingerbread.
That's right, Daddy.
That's right. So
Because it's a decoration, so we don't eat it. We leave it alone.
Okay. Now, what we're going to do differently, because if you do it the traditional way with the icing to hold together the sides of the gingerbread to make the house, you have to let it set up overnight.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do, right,
Yeah.
is we're going to cheat. We're going to use a hot glue gun.
Yeah.
Okay, and we're going to glue the sides together so we can do it all in one night.
Oh,
Now,
yes.
right?
We are going to do it. Well, because follow the pattern, because it has this. Because this is a gingerbread house, because it comes with these
Right.
and these
So,
and this.
what we're going to do is we're going to unbox the gingerbread. So let's take it out.
So, give me the scissors, please.
Okay. We're going to take a little pause so we can get everything out. So, my wife is going to open up the box. Go ahead. We're using a Wilton.
Can I
It says
do it,
ready to decorate gingerbread.
Can I do
house.
it, please?
Sure, you can have mommy.
I'll get these.
Now.
And mommy, let
Comes
me
with
get
that. Comes with the icing. Comes with the icing bag.
And the gingerbread house was already symboled up.
Okay.
Because
Now.
Hold on.
Because you thought it was gonna.
Oh. We don't need the hot glue gun. It already comes pre-assembled. That's like cheating.
Daddy.
I did not know that it came pre-assembled like that.
That's a cheat.
I like the challenge of putting it together
But try
because
that.
when you try to put it together, the walls fall and everything. This is the cheater's way.
Look at me.
Oh boy.
Da, da.
I didn't know that it came pre-assembled. Oh, you know what? I should have read the outside of the box.
Daddy.
It says on the box, one pre-baked, pre-assembled gingerbread house. I wonder if they used hot glue to put it together. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
So, let's unwrap it and we'll come back to you.
See you next time.
Now we took out all the ingredients and everything. The instructions are absolutely horrible. They don't tell you much about it because on the outside of the box it says here you will also need cornstarch and confectioner's sugar. Nowhere on the directions does it say why you need the cornstarch and confectioner's sugar. Now, it also recommends tools: a rolling pin, parchment paper, small angle spatula, butter knife, scissors or paring knife, plastic ruler, and decorating brush. I don't think most people have these. Now, we have most of these things. Another thing is, on the front of the box, it says, where is it? Wilton.com/gingerbread. Your home for instructions, tips, ideas, videos, and more. Well, we went to Wilton.com/gingerbread, and you would think that it would be for gingerbread. Well, it's just the website. So now my wife is looking at the website.
Yes.
And any luck?
It says there to type wilton.com/gingerbread, but it took me to wilton.com.
Right.
And they have some here. You still have to choose.
Well, I think you have to click on the picture of the
Let's try.
shop. It says. Well, we already bought it. We don't need to shop. So far, Wilton gets a grade of F for instructions, and they get an F for their website. So they're going down fast. Before, I've used Wilton before. When you have to assemble it yourself, the instructions were right there. Now, the instructions are not there. This tells you how to fill up the decorating bag with the icing. That's about it. That's the only thing it instructs you how to do. It doesn't. Now, this comes with a fondant in here. Now, I believe that the fondant, the reason why they said cornstarch is you use cornstarch sometimes on a rolling pin so that it doesn't stick. But most people don't know about that. Not good. Okay. So we'll probably continue on without the directions from Wilton. If you can find another brand, I would recommend you that you get another brand for ease. Now, I'll be videoing as we go along, and we'll get back to you. Thank you.
Thank you.
I did a search on the Wilton website of how to decorate a gingerbread house, and it came up. Now, I saw some other comments, and everyone gave this a 1 star. I bet if they could give it 0 stars, they would. Now, they go through a lot of things here, and I don't think that a lot of this is for the ordinary person. They said to use a turntable. Now, we have a turntable. My wife used to be into making cakes and everything. We do have most of these things. But for the ordinary person, they make it more difficult than what it is. So they have directions here on how to do it. We're going to try our best. We're going to improvise and do it on our own. Isn't that right, John?
Yeah.
Are you sleeping?
No, look.
Are you awake?
I'm awake.
Okay. So we have out the rolling pin and everything. We're going to start. Right, John?
Yes.
Okay. We got out our turntable that we have for doing cake decorations. So, like I said, most people don't have this in their cabinet, but we do, because we slowed down on the cooking, but we still do a lot. And my wife hasn't done cake decorations in a long time.
But I still remember how to do it.
And we got out this spatula. We got out the spatula is soft and a metal one. And we have the rolling pin. We have corn starch. We already took out the fondant. Now, on a previous one that we did, the fondant was already rolled up. This one you have to do on your own. And that's why they say you need parchment paper and the rolling pin and the cornstarch. So we're going to do that, and we're ready to go. We'll show you as we go along. We're going to start in. All right, my wife already put the frosting in the bag,
And John.
and she put the tip already in there and cut off the bottom there. And we'll show you how to squeeze it out.
And John opened the sprinkles and opened these round candies.
Very good, John.
Because I take out the green and the red.
Okay. So we're starting out with the fondant first, and we put out some parchment paper on the board,
Can I do it?
and
Please?
we sprinkle a little cornstarch
Let you do it.
on it so it doesn't stick to the rolling pin. Right, John?
Yes.
And my wife is going to roll it out.
Hold on,
And I will do it.
Now, once you roll it out to the consistency that you want of being thin or whatever,
honey. Hold on, honey.
then you
Let me
can
move
cut
this
it with a
way.
knife and shape it. Our helper wanted to join in and spreading out the fondant. You doing a good job?
Yes.
Good job.
The size, the sounds.
My wife took the measurements of where we wanted to go up, the fondant. We only wanted about this high up and to cover this whole area. And then we're going to cut out like a doorway in the middle. So she's trimming up the fondant. Just use a straight edge. Cut. And that's it. You trim it away. And what we're going to do is we can cut out the doorway in the middle because we don't need the... We're trying to match up the picture here. And you can see they trimmed out a windows and the doorway.
Look.
And we're going to show you how it looks. Now we're going to attach this fondant using the icing as like a glue, and that's what you use the icing for, as like a glue for everything to stick to it. Now before we put it on, we're cutting out the area for the doorway and the windows. You just use a knife and cut it and take it out, and that's where our doorway is going to be, and we're going to make openings for the windows on the front of the house. Usually for the fondant, it's draped over a cake, and you don't really use icing to attach it, but because we're using this on a wall, we need something so it will stick to the wall, so that's why we have to use the icing. The area for the doorway and the windows are cut out, and what we're going to do is we're going to put icing here and just flip it around and put it onto the house. What are you doing now?
I'm doing the stucco. John, don't move, John.
We have that accomplished, and now my wife is making the frame of the window. Once we get through with this, John can do the adorn the house with the little candies. They're putting on the little candies out front little red and green candies.
Get more.
Very good, John. Good job. My wife and son are done with the front. And they decorated the front. And now my wife is gonna use the fondant for more. Here's the progress that my wife is making. Our son, he gave up. But that's not unusual for a 7-year-old. And we'll go around on this side.
No, it's not
Take a
finished.
look.
Trying to make a curtain.
Curtains. Okay, very nice. And the front. It's coming along. My wife is good, very good artistically. She's very good at this stuff. So here's the progress. Slower. Okay. My wife says that she has completed it. And she's tired. Let's give it a little spin.
Okay, this is the tour of the house.
Yes, this is the front of the house.
Yeah, and then we go to the side.
We come around the side. Very good.
Now we're going to the back door.
The back door. Oh, it has a back door. Oh.
Okay, now the other side.
Thank you, Mommy, for doing the work.
Yeah, thank you, John.
Now, I would like to say that in the past, we bought Wilton houses. They came with very good directions. They came with more of the frosting before. It seems like they're cutting back a little, but they do pre-assemble the house for you. As far as directions go, you have to wing it on your own. Anyway, please click like, subscribe, share, and thank you very much, everyone, for watching. Have a nice day.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Yes, Merry Christmas, everyone.